Stadium in Gainesville. Time is starting to run short in this season. The goals, the aspirations are still alive, and we are looking forward to this one here in Week 10 of our coverage of EA Sports College Football. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the room. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, checking in with the Gators head coach before the game. This running back has been a revelation all season long. They brought him in the transfer portal, and he has delivered. Each and every week, we see the chemistry grow between he and the quarterback and their offensive line. Now in playoff contention, making some noise in the top 15, they are starting to be a team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. The Gators will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up a 5.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Six-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
The Sooners come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Turns it on in midfield. He's loose on the right. The 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Jones to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Already down a score early. The last thing you want to do on your first drive is give it right back to them, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. This one's complete. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Back to pass on second down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
That is going to give that wide receiver nightmares, man. He was wide open. I don't know if there was a coverage bust on the back end, but that is a play that this dude needs to make.
Jones wants to throw it. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, we saw earlier in the game, after not getting it on third, going for it on fourth down and having success. So you got to wonder, after that incompletion, are they going to try that again and stay aggressive here on fourth?
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field, but when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play call.
The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking for the score. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Florida. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. And he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick-6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Sends it downfield. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll go with a direct snap. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. A shot toward the end zone. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Quarterback keeper. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Finds his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got enough space. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. At the end of quarter 1, let's check out the start for both of these quarterbacks. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Defense in press coverage. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Gators offense ready to go on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The run inside. It's Pryor. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Gator! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
The counter run play is really tricky for defenses to stop because it forces you to play with great eye discipline. Everything in pre-snap is telling you the ball's going to the strong side, but now they run it back weak and they're pulling offensive linemen. This defense better be ready because this won't be the last time today they see the counter run.
Just feeds the running back. Got enough for the first. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Finds his tight end. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Sooners have this offense rolling. The option, he'll keep it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did their throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Throwing on the run. Got it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And that, what does he do when he rolls out? It gets his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man.
Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown Sooners. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They're trying to slam it in. They just needed a few inches, and the defense knocked them down in the backfield. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Sure, they could take the lead with a short field goal here, but this close to the end zone, you want to try to score a touchdown. That's what they'll do on 4th. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coming out with it, it's Abrams. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Motion from the wideout. He might want another play. Jones to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Lets it fly. Catches it, passes, sticks, and still on his feet. Here's a 1st down, but there is no time to lose as this offense gets to the line quickly. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's going for it all. Grabs it. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Switch it. They'll move the wide receiver. Running the red zone. It's Pryor. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
5 wide receivers on second and goal. That's room for the quarterback to run and a lot of receivers. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida! Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw it again. The screen, he's got wheels. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Trying to get behind the defense. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the number 23 team, the Georgia Bulldogs.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
And it's Ole Miss with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor. They continue to run roughshod over the opposition. They're now 9-1 on the season. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
That one comes out hot down the right side. He's got it. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get them isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Jones wants to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Quickly out to the tight end. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Now they'll run the draw. Got enough for the first. Could be an alley. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Yeah, and there's not a defensive coordinator in America that on 3rd and 10 is not thinking about pass. You bring in your pass packages, rush the passer. How about this offense? Run the football right at you.
Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that? Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit hole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation, if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Jones to throw. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. And the Gators headed quickly to the line. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. A strike downfield. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
They give it to him again. Powers through the defender. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Wide receiver comes in motion. A quick pass to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
What a great play by that quarterback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out, but to be able to break on the football when it's thrown on those quick passes like that, nice job by the quarterback.
This time they'll go to the running game. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. He's got it again. Breaks the tackle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The screen, he can go. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. Fourth down, picking up the first, getting some momentum and keeping this drive alive.
The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. It's caught. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down?
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. On the move. Quick spin on the run. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. Got his man on the right. Into the end zone, the 2-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. Jones wants to throw it. Spits it out to the back. On target.
And look, defenses obviously have to play man coverage in different situations of the game, but you got to wonder if this defense wants to keep playing man after giving up that big play.
The Gators are facing 3rd and inches. He'll take it himself. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call it running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. They get to him as he throws.
And this defense has an opportunity to close this one out, right? Like, it's in the 4th quarter, you got the lead, a few more stops, and it's dub time. So pinning your ears back, rushing the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable is definitely job number 1.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that 4th down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense defense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this.
Might have a chance. Makes it past the marker. Inside, touchdown Sooners. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. That's 3 touchdowns in this game, and he's up to 11 on the season.
And it was so important for the